So the question is a Mercedes Sprinter RV a good RV chassis?
Is it a dream or is it a nightmare?
We're going to find out. All right, we want to take a road trip just in preparation of our next video, which we'll link in the description, but it's a really exciting video. What are we going to do?
We're going to do a shootout of 5 different RV manufacturers on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis.
That's pretty good. That's a mouthful. So, all right, so we want you to come along on this road trip and then join us, take a look at the other video. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out which one we want to take. So we're going to have a scoring system. We're going to look at 5 different ones, and we're going to figure out which one we want to take to Texas.
That's a long drive.
To see the kids and grandkids.
Because remember, we're driving all the way from Indiana to Texas.
All right. So let's get into this road trip. Let's have some fun. We don't just like to do a 10-minute walk around. We really want to go a little more in depth for you. So we have experience with it. So we're going to go by and we're going to get a 2018 Mercedes Sprinter. It's a Thor Synergy. And we're going to put some miles on it. We're going to check it out. We want to see how they last over time and with some miles on them. So we'll see how that goes. We'll give that information to you.
And we want you to come with us.
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to have a little RV road trip, just a little weekend trip here. Ran by Mount Comfort RV, and they just took a 2018 Thor Synergy, on trade. So not something real big, but something manageable. We're going to run up to Michigan. Do you know how I determined where we're going?
No.
Okay, so I ran across, how come I can't say that? I ran across the hall to talk to EJ and ask for a suggestion. And without hesitation, surprisingly, he says,
New Buffalo,
Michigan. Have you ever heard of New Buffalo, Michigan?
No, no idea. What is in New Buffalo, Michigan?
I don't know. We're about to find out, though.
Okay.
Then I started looking at navigation, looking at some different places to stay, some campgrounds. And I see that we're going right through the RV capital of the world, Elkhart, Indiana. So
Woohoo!
Tonight we're going to stay in Elkhart, Indiana.
That's thrilling.
She's lying. We're going to stay at an RV factory. No, that's 80% of the RVs are made up in Elkhart County, up around Elkhart, Middlebury, Mishawaka, a bunch of the small towns there. It's all about RVs up there. But no, why we're going to stay there, I actually found something really cool on Airbnb. I know we're in an RV, but that's okay. We're still going to enjoy the surroundings. So we're going to stay at an Airbnb, and it is actually very cool. So we haven't seen this yet, so it's a surprise for her.
Yay.
But it is called the Winchester Mansion. It was built turn of the century, and looks really neat. So I originally just got one room, or one small area, room and a bathroom, and then she texted me back and said that she couldn't accommodate us. There was a mix-up and things, and that room's not quite ready, and everything else. So I was a little bit disappointed with that, but that's okay. We can stay in the RV.
Okay, wait a minute. This is not that haunted Winchester mansion, right?
I don't know.
Wasn't that like a
Wasn't that on a
gun
movie?
manufacturer or something, and it was haunted?
I don't know. We'll find out.
You know me, I don't really like that kind of stuff. It's creepy.
And it's close to Halloween, so that could be
Exactly.
interesting. I didn't think
Oh
about
my
that.
goodness.
That was that movie, wasn't it? Winchester.
Yeah, but I don't think it was in Indiana.
I didn't think it was in Indiana.
So
So maybe this is a different haunted mansion called Winchester Mansion.
Dodged a
But
bullet.
But anyway, we got a good deal on it because once she texted
It's
me,
haunted.
yeah, maybe that's what it is. So, but we basically got an upgrade for the same price. She's going to give us basically the whole house other than what we originally paid for it, which was just a room and bathroom. So, but you got to see this place. Of course, we'll give you some video footage of that, but it's really quite impressive. So
That'll be fun.
this could be fun. And now you have me wondering if that
Yeah, I
it's like
know.
a haunted mansion.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
All right. So anyway, we'll see. It makes for a good road trip either way. So, all right.
The big question is there a TJ Maxx close?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll have
You
to.
can't take me someplace where
I
there's
know.
not a TJ Maxx.
But we'll find one along the way somewhere. Right now we have a Dunkin' Donuts and this Pilot. We're getting ready to fuel up at the Pilot. Here, I'll show you. Because you've never seen a truck stop before, right? So we'll show you.
It's actually a pretty nice one.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get things together on that. And so Dunkin' Donuts then? Or are you more
No,
Starbucks?
Starbucks, and it's across the street. So,
it is?
yeah, I wonder how that's faring for Dunkin' Donuts having Starbucks.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little
Bold move.
competition. Yeah.
Bold move.
Yeah. All right, let's start this road trip. All right, let me go ahead and give you some initial thoughts on this 2018 Thor Synergy on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. There's a reason we chose this one. This is a second generation Mercedes Sprinter chassis. The Mercedes Sprinter's become very popular. As we mentioned in the introduction, we're putting together a really exciting video with 5 top manufacturers that build motorhomes on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, but that'll be on the 3rd generation. So one of the things we wanted to test was the 2nd generation so we can appreciate the difference between the 2nd and 3rd generation. And we'll get very detailed into that. This, frankly, is not an in-depth review of the Thor Synergy as much as it is just getting some miles behind the wheel and getting some experience with this 2nd generation. But that said, you know, a coach like this is a viable option if you're looking to save a lot of money. You know, this one I think originally retailed MSRP was probably around $120,000, I believe, where now they're pushing $200,000 and over for a new Sprinter chassis. So again, keep in mind, you know, if you just want to get out and save some money, this might be a viable option. One thing I'd recommend, and this one does have it, is full body paint. Full body paint is something that will make your coach look great for years to come. This still looks new, to be quite frank. And that's because of the full body paint. If you have the stickers, they do crack and peel, and the fiberglass starts to fade, so they'll age a little rougher than something with full body paint. So my initial impressions on this one is really it has good pickup, good acceleration, and the classic Mercedes Sprinter doesn't feel like you're driving the traditional Class C motorhome on like a Ford Econoline that has a little more sway to it, feels a little more top heavy. This one really is very comfortable to drive, gives you a lot of driver confidence. There are a couple things that I'll mention that are probably, I would say, negative. And may not be a game stopper, but we'll talk about that later on in the video here when we sit down and do our little fireside talk. We'll discuss some of those things because I'm going to give this a chance and see how this works out. But initial impressions are good, especially considering it's a 2018 with 45,000 miles on it. Really, it's quite pleasurable to drive. And of course, Trish always has initial thoughts on the road trips as she looks at the beautiful fall trees. We'll probably hear her say something about how awesome the beautiful colors of the trees are. Oh, I'm going to put the over-under probably 25. Oh yeah, one more thing I was supposed to ask you. Do you want a facial or anything?
What? would you even ask me that? Of course I'd want a facial.
I didn't know. They have a spa there at the Airbnb, so maybe they'll have it go to your facial.
Hey, how can you tell when we're getting close to RV country?
I don't know how.
Horses and buggies. That's because the Amish are the main workforce in building RVs up in northern Indiana, so they have a lot of talented individuals to pull from, and the factories love it.
Newmar's impressive new service center. 54 bays inside. The only service center I've seen that does not smell like a service center. You can eat off the floors. Here's where you can stay while you're waiting to be serviced. These are all Newmar customers here for service or add-ons. Very nice campground. Inside the building behind me, you have all of the Wi-Fi connections, coffee shop. Really neat setup. Very cool.
We're also one of the first families to have electric. So back in the day, they would have electric for 3 hours a day, and then the rest was gas or candle. So like if you notice in the dining room, they have the old school lights where the top is electric, the bottom is gas. So yeah. Family, but there is a Winchester mansion in California. It's like
Right.
a mystery mansion.
That's the because we've seen the movie, and I'm like, I can't remember where that is. So I looked it up on the way here. It's San Jose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was yeah. Because have you seen the movie?
I haven't seen the movie, but I know all about it because people would ask us the same questions, and I'm like,
You
I
get
need
that
to
a
know
lot?
what I'm talking about.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. And I looked it up, like I said, on the way here because I knew we'd seen the movie, and they like do haunted tours and everything now. So
Yeah.
Sarah Winchester's mind is as chaotic as the house itself.
I feel a presence in the air, in the walls. It has found us.
That's interesting. There's like folklore about this house. A lot of things could be explained. Sure. So,
Right. I'm sure that they.
So it's possibly haunted.
If you ask Chris, he would say yes. If you ask me, I'm like, maybe. But whatever, if there is an energy here, it's very playful. It's very like the basement. Always like lights are on when we turn them off, or like we set something down in a spot and in another spot. We've never been scared. So yeah. And now that you're welcome to use the other
It's a neat house. Really cool.
It's
place.
a lot cooler than the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
88.
Yeah.
What's that now?
88. So the artist that did it signed it up there. She was from the Netherlands.
Huh.
They did a lot of restorative work in the 80s.
As much as I want to mess with Trish, I can't, or she won't stay here. Don't go in the basement.
Think it was down?
No. But I did spook myself. But my toothache is getting worse, so I'm just gonna call it a night. Let me know when you have things cleaned up. I'll get up there and drive.
Okay, if you want to drive to TJ Maxx and park, you can take a nap and I'll go in.
Never misses an opportunity. That should buy me some nap time. Didn't realize every TJ Maxx is not the same as the other TJ Maxx. Evidently we have to hit every one in every town. But hey, makes her happy. Alright, I think nap time is over. Alright, I'm feeling a little bit better. A little rest, a little medication, got some antibiotics. Says my face is a little swollen. Sore tooth, but I'll be alright. Alright, where are we headed to? Next stop?
New Buffalo.
Alright, go ahead and navigate it.
41 minutes, let's go.
What's on your mind? Stupid laughter. I feel like a number one under the fading sun. And our hearts beat faster now. We follow the tracks till we're lost, keeping us safe in the dark. A long way down to the same old song. Oh my love, what's on your mind? Round and round, open your eyes. Now the dreams are scattered, and there's no way back when we run. Just gotta break the line. Just gotta break the line. Just gotta break the line. It's a long way down at the speed of sound. Oh my love,
All right, so we're sitting down for the campsite fire talk, and our audio's not working great. So what I'd ask you, and the question that we posed in the beginning, was Mercedes Sprinter, dream or a nightmare?
I wouldn't say it was a nightmare. I think it went pretty well. I liked it.
What'd you like about it?
Let's see. One of the things that I thought I liked was the seats were pretty comfortable. I've noticed before in some of them, the smaller motorhomes, that the seats are kind of short. So the fact that this one had adjustable seats to where you can kind of pull it out a little bit to be underneath your knees, I thought that was good.
Yeah.
A little more comfortable. So what did you think about it?
I agree, and especially the seats. If I can be comfortable in a seat and you can be comfortable in a seat, that's pretty good, because it's kind of a wide range there. So going from 6'6"
To 5'6".
to 5'6". So I agree, they were very adjustable, very comfortable. So as far as buying a used Sprinter, Mercedes Sprinter, is it dream or nightmare? I guess it could go either way. And again, I always say when buying used, it's all about condition. So make sure you're checking these out. But in general, what I've seen with the Mercedes Sprinter, and again, this is a second generation Sprinter. They're now into the third generation. And but what I would say for that is one thing I would check out. The nightmare side to me would be something like water leaks or a bad floor, soft ceiling, things like that. Because I've seen that go bad, and that's with any used RV. So make sure what I do is visually and even physically test the ceiling. Go inside, look in the corners. A lot of times you'll get leaks in the corners. A lot of these Sprinter RVs have one-piece fiberglass fronts, which is nice. It eliminates the seams that would leak on some of the traditional Class Cs. And then check the floors. Go in again to the corners around the slides and just check for visible signs of water leaks, wrinkled ceiling or wrinkled even water stains, things like that. And then test with your foot. Go back and stand on the floor. You can find a soft floor. You'll feel it and you'll know it. But just check those things. And again, that just comes down to whoever had it before, maintaining their seals and proper maintenance and things that way. What I'd noticed on this one, and I had mentioned it previously, is two negative things in my mind. And the biggest thing I noticed is a harsh ride. Not so much on smooth roads. With most RVs, smooth roads, you're going to love it. Rough roads, you can tolerate it. And on roads with potholes and bridge transitions that are rough, yeah, I hated it on this. This one is very harsh. And also the noise. It was pretty noisy. And some of the recording we did, I didn't even really want to play it because it was too much road noise. But breaking it down, I really think most of that could be corrected with new struts. And this one has 45,000 miles on it, and that's why I say we like to test them out with some miles on it. 45,000 miles on it, and that's, I always say, like on a car, that's probably closer to 95 to 100,000 miles on it, just because this is a much heavier vehicle. A lot of the parts are going to take a lot more abuse and things that way. So just be prepared for that. You've all driven cars that have poor suspension, and it's just very harsh, and especially with the potholes and things. So same goes with a motorhome. They just tend to wear out a little faster. I know that there's been, I ran across some videos where there were guys that were really fine-tuning the struts and which struts work better on the Mercedes. That's a pretty interesting video. You can get upgrades, you can do things like that. So I don't think that's, a deal killer or anything, but it is something to be aware of. So I would always recommend test drive it and see. And if it's that harsh ride, chances are it's your suspension, which can be replaced. And I think the noise, again, goes to the struts and just the harshness of that. But overall, I agree with you. I wouldn't mind taking this motorhome and taking off on a nice trip, and or even owning one, because I think you can save some money versus the third generation. Talking about the third generation, what are we getting ready to do?
Our shootout.
Yep, shootout, where we're going to take 5 manufacturers, and we are really in the early stages of testing these, getting them all lined up. And I'll tell you the difference between second generation and third generation. We'll get into a lot of that in that video. Again, this one was just to help us get some experience and some drive time and to have a lot of fun on this road trip. So, again, I wouldn't call it a nightmare like the Winchester Mansion, but it's more, is it more of a dream like, New Bethel and the beach and the food and all the
Shopping.
That's
Yeah.
right. I figured you'd chime in with that.
Yeah,
So,
shopping and beach, that's a dream.
There you go. So, but again, I think this is a really good option, but we'll get into a lot of the comparisons, mainly just accentuating the third generation. I can tell you right off the bat, kind of a teaser, there's 10 enhancements going to a third generation. That's some of the things like active brake assist, the lane keeping, adaptive cruise, a lot of things that we've experienced on some of these trips. In the new ones, I think you're really going to like it. But again, I always say with RVs, if you can afford it, why not get the best?
Absolutely.
But most of us can't afford the best, so we go with what we can afford, and a second generation Sprinter might be a great fit. But like I say, check back with us on that third generation. It'll be titled Mercedes Sprinter RV Shootout, and we'll post a link to this. Once we get that done, we'll go ahead and post it in this video. But like I say, we're about to wrap things up tonight. I'm going to give you a quick tour of this Thor Synergy. Again, it's a 2018. It's the last year on the second generation Mercedes Sprinter. Let's go inside.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, the fire's dying down. We're about to call it a night. I'll go ahead and give you a quick tour of the 2018 Thor Synergy. Always keep a rag there for your feet so we don't track up the floor too much. About ready to call it a night?
Yep.
All right. Like I say, not a bad size, just what we needed. So this one has the slide out, which is everything from here forward. Slides out, and when it's in, it wasn't bad, was it? Getting back and forth, you could get to access everything. Some of them you got to be careful, it'll block off microwaves or fridges or different things when the slide out comes in, but this one seems to be pretty good. Of course, all my mini backpacks up there. Of course, this is for what, a 3-day trip? Of course, she had a couple of video shoots, so you had to bring all the extra clothes. So, but yeah, this is where I do all the editing and everything for the channel. And like I say, these are nice because they are the seats that spin around. They started doing that probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, where they spin these around. Otherwise, that would be wasted space. But as you can see, they have a booster. And why do they have a booster?
Because the floor here is a different model than the floor here.
All right. And you got plenty of USB plugins. They all do that pretty much anymore. You got a lot of nice tap lights and things like that, which is nice when you're going to bed. You can have your reading light and then just reach up and turn it off when you're done. This one has plenty of TVs that we don't use. There's one back there, one in here, and then of course the one outside, which you probably can't see because it's dark. But anyway, that's the rig we're using now. Again, thanks to Mount Comfort RV. All right, for now, max out.
I am off to invisible grounds, returning. It's not the way for me. Only a mile to go. Somewhere I belong. I'll see it clearer now. I'm learning the path as I go. Everybody knows it's spoken on the radio. There is a truth in the lies. I dare to leave you twice. There's no tomorrow here. I feel I'm all out of time. So tell me you stay behind and make sure I get to the end. I hope you can see in the dark. It only takes just a little spark to fill up my head with the lights. Lighting the path as I go.
Sand in the shoes.
Everybody knows it's spoken on the radio. There is a truth in the lies. I dare to leave you twice. There's no tomorrow here. Been out of the game for a long time. Not even a rhyme, a reason to stand by. Everybody sees that I'm on a bad side. It's all about to off to invisible grounds. Don't know when to stop. Returning is not the